running along a street in Berlin, and the name of the street is Joachimstraße, and nearby there's another street, Steinstraße. So I thought I would be running myself. I would be running my name. Here you see me in Steinstraße, and I documented that on my website, and I used a German internet map service to show the distance and to measure the distance. Here you see turning into Steinstraße, and this. Before I did this performance, I also worked for another internet map service company, and I knew of the business model that this other internet map service company has. Well, okay. This is another running performance that I did a long time ago, and it's in Dijon, and there's a narrow street through which all bus lines in the city pass. So, and there's a traffic light system controlling the buses passing. So I ran in front of the buses, and because I got exhausted, I slowed down the traffic, and basically that slowed down the bus traffic in the whole town. So, and I call this performance circulation. So because I imposed my blood circulation pattern on the city, if you want. So here you see this is all bus lines, and that was in the 90s. Well, so yeah, I like to run, and I like to work with found systems, but also with my own body. So that is how I chose to go back to doing a running performance in Berlin. And here you see the map that I used, and I also indicated that I used the map without permission. So the business model of this specific company is partly to sue people who use these maps because they don't know how the internet works and that they're not allowed to do that and so on. So, and the name of the company is Stadtplanning, which sounds very official in German. It sounds like it is the official service, and of course that is what companies, internet companies in the 90s tried to do. They tried to get these names that made them sound official, and they thought they would get more popular because of that. But in the end, of course, other companies like Google Maps, for example, were more successful. Now, they sued me after 2 years. And this is an example that I wanted to use to convince the judge, because there was actually a court trial, that I am allowed, as an artist, I am allowed to use things of public life. And for me, this map service is also something of public life. And this is a letter that I had to sign, and I crossed out a lot of what they asked me to sign, so that I would get a court trial. Because my plan was to actually use that court trial to create yet another work. And so I recorded the whole court trial, which I'm also not allowed to do, needless to say. And the court trial, and it was a very quick thing, it only took 15 minutes, and there was a lot of discussion about whether what I did was art and whether using the map the way I did was creative. So superimposing is a technical, because I superimposed the satellite image and the map image, which was something that Stadtplanning didn't offer at the time. So there was a lot of discussion if this technical superimposing was artistic or not. And I tried to explain to the judge that nowadays artists work with copies. It's you know, for 100 years it has been very normal that you copy something. So that was an example of Sherry Levine, which did some kind of deuxième degré copying even. And yeah, so to present the court trial, of course I couldn't really present my original recording, so I had a designer and rebuilt the courtroom in Second Life. So, and of course, in Second Life, this is done as a skybox in the background. You saw some images of Berlin, so that when you look out the window, it looks like it's Berlin. And I used this text-to-speech to actually have different voices of this, you know, Mac text-to-speech is a feature that Mac OS X offers. You can have it read text. So I had these voices read the court trial, the transcript of the court trial that I translate into English, and you can also add some code to control the emphasis. And so this was me in the court, and at some point the judge said really weird things. Like he would say people have shit in the corner and made a lot of money by doing that, and for him that wasn't art, which I don't think is what a judge should talk about in a court trial when it comes to copyright. So of course what he related to was Fat Echo by Joseph Beuys, which Joseph Beuys didn't make any money on. It is something, you know, that happened in a corner and it became famous. So it has become part of the public understanding of what contemporary art is. You know, people do something in the